Thank you, Matt. Gallatin County Search and Rescue responded to 115 calls in 2020, helping locate the lost and missing and rescue the injured and stranded.
MTN's Gabby Kravitz tells us the winter season has kept search and rescue volunteers busy, especially with snowmobile calls on the rise.
If it feels like you're hearing more and more reports about the Gallatin County Search and Rescue Team responding to more snowmobile incidents, that's because they are compared to last year. And with a few weeks left in the season, they're expecting a few more calls. In 2020, Search and Rescue responded to 18 snowmobile calls, most of those taking place in December. This year, Search and Rescue has already responded to 21 snowmobile-related missions in the area.
The vast majority is snowmobile versus tree. Injuries that result from that, extremity injuries, some internal injuries. So a lot of those are the sled is immobilized and the person is pretty severely injured.
While the incidents can be serious, Search and Rescue Captain Scott Secor says the rescues are generally less dangerous and technical for volunteers.
To be honest, snowmobile calls are fairly easy responses. It's usually on ground that's accessible because if they got there, we can get there. And then we use a snowambulance, which is just what it sounds like, an ambulance that goes on the snow on skis that you pull behind a snowmobile. And usually we load the patient into that snowambulance and extract them that way. So usually the call itself is not very technical.
Secor says while it can be difficult to tell during a rescue mission, he believes most of the rescue missions are coming from novice snowmobilers. Search and Rescue anticipates a few more weeks of calls, especially in the West Yellowstone area, where snowpack usually sticks around a little longer. But volunteers plan to spend most of the shoulder season prepping for what's next.
But we always have plenty to do. Currently, we're starting to train for the spring by getting out the four-wheelers and side-by-side and some equipment that doesn't come out in the wintertime is frequently like boats and rafts, things of that nature. So we prep that equipment and train on it generally in April. That's a good time to do that.
Reporting in Gallatin County, Gabby Kravitz, MTN News.
Now, the Gallatin County Search and Rescue Team, made up of volunteers led by trained deputies working as incident commanders. Search and Rescue tells MTN News there are around 200 volunteers of all ages, made up of doctors, college students, construction workers, real estate brokers. Search and Rescue Commander Scott Secor says in the last few months, the department has been able to hire 3 full-time positions and invest in some new technology and equipment. Last year, by the way, Search and Rescue responded to 41 searches, 69 rescues, and 5 mutual aid calls.